After Wrestlemania, there is always Backlash. Here we are for Wrestlemania's Fallout pay-per-view. It took place in Puerto Rico, baby. Tranquilo, I got it. Straight from wonderful world-class beaches to the ring for the first matches for Bianca Belair's Women's Championship, and her opposition's Damage Control standout Io Sky. What stood out is that right from the start Bianca Belair was booed hard, but Io was receiving very positive reaction. And I expected it because Belair is going nowhere. She doesn't evolve as champion. It's amazing how Bianca is the champion for more than a year now, but I and many other fans barely know that she's the champ at all. The match was highly athletic from both women. It was at least very catchy to watch. I couldn't take my eyes off the action. Io was thriving on support from the WWE Universe and fared very well. Belair lifted her into military press with one arm, but that's why Io Sky fell down her neck. It was scary. Bayley and Dakota Kai came to help Sky, but Bianca was still answering, and when Io was going for moonsault, Bayley grabbed Bianca's braid. But Jason Ayers caught her, and because of that hesitation, Belair escaped moonsault and hit her adversary with KOD, and kept the gold. How do you beat Bianca if even multiple enemies and distractions can keep her down? She is becoming babyface Roman Reigns from 2015. I was sure that she will retain, and at least we got a very good match. Damage Control Implosion isn't that far away as it seems. This group jumped the shark. At least Io expressed herself here. Rating is 4 stars. Backstage, Rey Mysterio praised Bad Bunny introduced a surprising enforcer Wwe Vega, legend of Puerto Rican wrestling. A very unlikely and expected match awaits us with gigantic Amas taking on the visionary, the revolutionary, Seth freaking Rollins. He never faced a challenge as big as Omos before, and it's not easy to deal with this giant out of nowhere. But at the same time, Rollins is on a run of a lifetime now. He is the very favorite to win the new World Heavyweight Championship in just 3 weeks in Saudi Arabia. So he has to step up and go through this gigantic challenge. He has no choice. Omos was tired of Rollins' serenade, so he attacked him from behind for advantage. Smart move. Also, he was dominating and torturing Rollins with ease. And he was never doing same things. He was always lashing out something different. It's easy to see his fantastic progression. He did everything with confidence. Seth also was great in not making himself a toy, as he was constantly finding unique answers to the Colossal. He did a very good job outsmarting Omos many times. Rollins tried Corpse Stomp, but Omos just stopped it by his neck and only. That's Keith Lee and Orton RKO vibes. But Corpse Stomp is harder to stop. Omos chokeslammed Rollins from 10 feet up high, but later the Visionary hit 2 Corpse Stomps in a row. And it wasn't enough because the Giant powered out after 2. But Seth Rollins is a genius, so he stepped up his game and Corpse Stomped Omos from the top rope to finally pick up the statement win. This is the victory you need before the WWE World Heavyweight Championship tournament. Also, it's no doubt the best match of Omos' career, and I don't even know if it will be toppled. It's the first time ever Omos surpassed the 10-minute mark in his match. And it wasn't just Rollins who did the job. Omos also worked hard and showed his prowess. He is always better in each new match than before. Congrats to both of them. Rating is 3.25. Bobby Lashley, Bronson Reed and Austin Theory are out for a big fight for the United States Championship. Lashley and Austin can't get away from each other no matter how hard they try. Lashley and Reed have an ongoing feud, and Reed is here to win championships and make money, so he has his eyes on Austin Theory's title. Austin Theory was sneaking his way and using perfect moments to attack. Austin and Reed created a short-term alliance to take out the biggest dog Bobby Lashley, but later Austin ran to a brick wall that being Bronson Reed. His Vader bomb on the Lashley outside the ring was beautiful. Bobby locked Theory in the hurt lock, but the champ jumped to a cover that forced Lashley to kick out and release the hold. Then Bronson Reed immediately splashed Bobby with Tsunami, but Theory saved his title by breaking up the pin. Theory then lifted Reed onto his shoulders, but Bronson reversed to miss his moonsault and gets speared in half by the Almighty, where Austin tossed Lashley out of the ring and pinned Reed to retain his title. He just stole the victory from Bobby Lashley, but that's what you're gonna do to win in this business. I won't say it was not good, but definitely a very short match. Just 6 minutes. They could wrestle 15 minutes very easily. I guess they just didn't give them more time because of some other matches later. Rating of this match is 2.75. The Queen of Darkness, Rhea Ripley, is about to unleash her brutality on Zelena Vega of Puerto Rican descent. This is of course for Ripley's SmackDown Women's Championship, which she monumentally took from Charlotte at WrestleMania. Zelena was even crying because this is her big moment. But it also could be a quick squash knowing how dangerous and heartless Ripley is. But Zelena capitalized on the support of Puerto Rican fans and brought a fight to Rhea. She didn't play Ripley's power game. She was outsmarting the champ with her high-flying moves. Of course Ripley didn't spare her opponent and was dropping Zelena hard, but Vega used everything to stay in the match. And fought until the very end, but that end was inevitable and Rhea Ripley kicked Zelena hard in the head and finished it all with Riptide. Zelena put on a massive underdog performance. She has nothing to be ashamed of, and because of it she received huge ovation from the WWE Puerto Rico universe. Rating of this match is 2.5 stars. Up next is the first part of so-called double main event, despite 3 matches are being left. But whatever. Damian Priest comes out wearing all white because he thinks he is right in this conflict. His opponent is Puerto Rico's own musician stealing, Grammy Award winning, wrestling pinning Bad Bunny. And he not only came out with his new theme song Shambia, but also dragged out a cart full of scary weapons. Bad Bunny is out for revenge, obviously. He's serious about this. Damian Priest was trying to toy with Bunny, but Benito said uh-huh, and gave him amazing body slam which sent everyone nuts, but only infuriated Priest. So Priest manhandled Bunny and gave him South of Heaven chokeslam, but he interrupted his own pinfall. Too early. He wants to play more with his food. Priest opted to leave and Bunny ran for him with trash can, but it was fake and trapped, so he smashed him through the trash can with force. Weapons came into full play. The fight spilled into the crowd where Damian launched Bad Bunny from high above with gigantic broken arrow through multiple tables. After dragging his prey to the ringside, Priest missed his kick and his leg met the ring post, what opened the door for Amigo to completely punish and destroy his legs, over and over. After Priest tricked him, Bad Bunny gave him low blow for justice, but not so fast as those Judgment Day goofballs Power and Dominic attacked Bunny, but they had no idea what was coming for them. The first to run out was Rey Mysterio, who got stopped, but then came the reinforcer, Puerto Rico's own San Juan's own Carlito to even the odds. Give Balor the backstabber, use his apple and spit in the face of Dominic. That is cool. Dom and Finn tried to escape, but from the other side Savio Vega and LWO blocked them. And those two had no choice but to get mauled. It was the real ultimate Latino fever pitch out there. Meanwhile the match continues in the ring where Priest's leg gave out. But he escaped figure 4 and this time wanted to really finish the match. But Bunny reversed, gave us a couple of more beautiful spots and of course wonderful Bunny Destroyer to snatch the victory from Damian Priest. 25 minutes of technical wrestling, high flying, extreme, hardcore, twists, demolition, interferences, returns, Latino craziness and a win for their guy. For Latin Americans it was once in a long time feast. For me it was just cool. Rating of the first main event is 4.5. Great wild match. Next is the match of the main storyline of WWE. The Usos and Solo Sikoa are going to test their relationship versus Matt Riddle, Kevin Owens and the King Sami Zayn. There are so many questions and untold things regarding the bloodline. Kevin Owens is sick of even hearing about the bloodline and wants to move forward, but Sami is a whole other story. He wants to absolutely divide and conquer their family. Riddle wants revenge on Solo after Fat Guy almost ended his career in December. Solo looks at his brothers with contempt, but the Usos still pretend that they don't notice it and everything is normal. Riddle got the tag and unleashed his outstanding classic arsenal in a non-stop action on all 3 of them for the entirety of 2 minutes. Jimmy accidentally superkicked Jay. Maybe this will play out a role in the future, maybe not. But the Usos had never accidentally dumped each other before. Tensions don't stop there because when Jay was preparing his attack, Solo disrespectfully tagged himself. But Jay stood his ground and did the same thing just after it. Sami took advantage and hit Helluva on Sikoa and just then one more on Jay, but Solo already got back up and broke up the pin. Solo targeted Jay, but who knows what he was gonna do because KOs began and Kevin stunned Jimmy. Solo spiked KO, and when Jay came from behind, on instinct Solo Sikoa grabbed his brother and almost hit Samoan's spike. But today he hesitated and Jay reproached him for that. Jay Uso was legal, but Solo made the secret tag and Riddle, thinking Jay's legal, hit Bro Derek, where Solo picked him up like a prey and finished him with the Samoan spike. After the match, Solo was angry at his brothers like he did it all alone, but nothing else happened, so apparently the Bloodline are still together. I thought this would be the end of their feud with Sami and Kevin and faces should have won, but no. There is something much more interesting for next couple of weeks leading to Night of Champions. This was not the end. But how tired I am of that Samoan spike. Annoying. Rating of the match is 4 stars. The only one match left is the real main event where Cody Rhodes doesn't want to be left behind after that very vicious assault on Raw after Mania. And he wants to fight hungry predator Brock Lesnar. When you gain huge momentum and reach the gates of Promised Land, there is always Brock Lesnar ready to slaughter you like a pig. But if you can overcome the beast, there will be no limits in WWE for you. Ever. Cody played very smart and jumped into Lesnar from behind outside before the bell with multiple weapons, instantly gaining the advantage, but not for long, as when Cody went for Cody Cutter, Lesnar caught and took him to Suplex City. Later from top rope, Brock caught him in midair and tossed him follow-away slam, showcasing his superhuman power. Very interesting detail. While Brock was manhandling Rhodes with suplexes, Cody unintentionally took off the top turnbuckle, and later Lesnar's head dumped into exposed turnbuckle and he started heavily bleeding, and this allowed Cody to take control of the match, and damage his head to make him bleed more and more. It's not often we see bleeding in WWE. Brock's face was a bloody mess. Rhodes laid 2 crossroads but Lesnar kicked out. Brock hit first F5 but Cody also powered out. They were both exhausted, beaten and bruised. Cody fell into Lesnar's trap called Kimura Lock, and after hanging on for long, Rhodes used his positionary advantage, and while being in Kimura rolled Lesnar up and stole the victory. It looked like he escaped Brock this time. Cody quickly left the arena, and Lesnar looked like he is not finished with Cody yet. But nonetheless, Cody got his much needed statement victory, meanwhile Brock Lesnar is still a very dangerous beast incarnate. And at least this match lasted some normal time, not typical quick Brock match. Rating of the main event is 3.75 stars. Now I am turning to a mathematician. 24.75 to divide by 7 was 3.5, and to conquer 8 for impression. A very solid outside of United States Latin American premium live event with amazing funny loud going nuts fans making it the best it could be, with also better than average matches. You bought a ticket to my resort beach, and for that I couldn't thank you enough. Stay tuned, this is just the beginning. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.